All right, y'all. Y'all is watching. Okay, first of all, y'all probably can't see me because maybe you can't. I don't know. First of all, I just want to say, like, Doechii, Doechii, you forgot to let the chicken out. Anyway, Doechii is highly inspiring for me, primarily because as I was getting ready to, I'm moving. Okay, if y'all don't know, now y'all know. I'm going to be moving to Savannah, Georgia, and I wanted to live on my own. But I kind of like will be living on my own now, just with roommates, and that will require me to budget because I'm not going to be keeping my same job anymore. And I went on YouTube and I looked for this old budgeting video I found a while ago, and I was like, you know what? I need to start learning how to budget right now. And the video was by Doechii, and I'm like, wait, this can't be Doechii, but it was Doechii. Child, I love it when you can see the manifestation happen right there. When you can literally see the manifestation. If you don't know about Doechii, this video isn't about Doechii, but we're gonna get there. Before, no one is really an overnight success. And I love when I meet someone or I encounter someone on social media who is totally killing it and they have an archival. Because for me, that reminds me that this person started off just where I was at. They started off confused. They started off with a passion. They started off with vigor. They started off with prayer. They started off with belief in themselves. They started off with struggle. And they started off with continuing to be persistent and believing in themselves until they got that shit done. Okay? And sometimes artists or creatives who do get to that point of mass success and mass exposure and recognition, they remove all the archivals. So, the PR, make sure that their Instagram is fresh and swipe new, you feel me? But for some reason, Doechii's YouTube still remains a thing. And for me, that's beautiful because, being someone who started off my creative journey of just, I want to start with YouTube, then YouTube, just really not committing to myself or keeping the same commitments, and realigning with who I am and what I want to do creatively, and being like, nah, I need to do this film thing. I need to make a career out of myself of creativity. And then encountering Doechii, who kind of archived her experience. It's like, nah, I'm more assured that I need to be doing this just like that. And one of the other things that I love about Doechii is just her videos. And even though, given that some of them were all the way back from 2015, one thing that I noticed with Doechii's videos is that they're not extravaganza. And I'm not the type of person to really consume a lot of content. Like, I'm not really on YouTube very often. And the very few YouTubers that I do follow are, I would say, higher quality in their storytelling, because I follow a lot of like filmmakers like Heinz, or this other kid that I can't remember, but he's really dope with the storytelling fire. And Doechii's video style is just like, I'ma talk. And ironically, when I first decided to do YouTube, I was tripping on mushrooms, and I just felt like Spirit was saying, like, you need to just start making videos. And I was like, okay, bet. Cool. And in my head, it made so much sense. In my head, it was like, you know what? Just make the video. And I said this thing, and I'm going to try and find the video because I was recording that day, but sometimes I just talk in my head and I think I'm talking out loud, but I'm not, especially when I'm tripping. But I remember thinking to myself, like, a lot of people would stay more consistent if they did the parts that they loved. Like, a lot of people would stay more consistent and keep showing up if they knew the value that they contributed, not because of their editing style or not because of like the flashy things, And I was like, you know what? I want to have great edits. I want to like have like really captivating videos, but also I don't got to do that shit by myself. I feel like the universe meets us where we're at. So I don't have to figure out every single part of the process by myself. That's just fucking draining. May I just be honest? But I'm like, you know what? I can have great ideas, and eventually I might find a beautiful editor and be like, hey, like, bro, or sis, or they, can you edit my videos? And that becomes a collaboration where I contribute one part, and this other person who might be more skilled than me in this one particular specific asset can do that part. And in that way, this collaboration becomes something that creates beautiful art, but not having to worry myself like I had to know how to do this, I have to know how to do that, I have to know how to do this. Instead of just being like, no, just do the parts that you love and remain consistent. And I fell from that, y'all. I fell from that. I remember like one YouTube video. It was really simple. It's actually one of my favorite videos. Is about dedication, and that shit took me like 5 months to make, and I don't even know why. And it's a beautiful video, but I just noticed how I get so caught up in my head. And the thing was Spirit, child. The thing was Spirit, and I love how Spirit do what it do. Spirit would just not lead us astray. I'm learning more as I like encounter people like Doechii, and there's this other girl. I think her name is like Girl with Lipstick, something lipstick gloss, glossy lips, something like that. I'm gonna find it. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. But just certain black women taking a camera and just speaking into it, and it's not fancy and it's not extravaganza, but it's just them being them. And one of my reoccurring things I've had to work through is just believing in my enoughness, believing in my worthiness, believing in my deservingness, and knowing that as I am enough. And I think, me trying to overcompensate my video editing style, overcompensate for who I am by, having great edits or an amazing storyline, instead of just creating, instead of just seeing where my heart goes. I feel like the thing with creating is that the more that we do it, the more that we just get into the habit of understanding and hearing our internal voices and letting that voice just speak. Like sometimes, like I wrote in a journal once that I feel like creativity is like breathing. It's like, when I don't create, it's like I'm choked up. It's like when I have these ideas, it's like they're on my mind. I have to release them. I have to bring them into fruition. It's like I have to breathe, and it might not be, I guess, exactly what's in my mind, but that's okay, because the more that I do it, the more aligned that I'll get with the vision, the more skill I'll learn in the execution. But I have to just release. I have to create and release and know that I am enough, not because I have the most skill, but because this is my gift and this is what Spirit is calling me to do, but because this is my purpose. All y'all who are about to watch this video, especially when I get to where I want to be, and as I just continue to grow, y'all aren't going to be here because I'm the best video editor, okay? Y'all aren't going to be here because I have skills or video editing skills or storytelling skills that are immaculate. I want to be the best. I'm not going to lie to you, child. I want to be the best. But y'all aren't here because I'm the best. Y'all are here because I'm me. And I'm the best at being me. Every day I'm the best at something. You know what I'm the best at? I'm the best at being me. Okay. So, wow, I never said that before like that. Actually, it's beautiful. I am the best at being me. So when it comes to storytelling and when it comes to being the film director that I want to be, being the actor that I want to be, being the writer that I want to be, I know that I'm the best at being myself, and no one can replicate that. No one can copy that. And that's where my strength comes in. So in these YouTube videos, it's like, I'm going to be the best at being me and seeing where my creativity leads me to and sharing what I learn and using my voice the way that God wanted me to use it. My hand getting a little tired. This 14 Pro Max is heavy like my pockets. Feel me? Heavy like my pockets. This I don't know how much the phone costed, but what was I going to say, yo? I would rather post a shitty video every single day and maybe like a beautiful video like once a month, because we have to get better at the skills, y'all. We have to work towards something. But I would rather do that as opposed to waiting months to make something beautiful. You feel me? Like, it's just like, why would I go months without breathing? That makes no sense. You're gonna die. I would die. Oh, all right. So back to how I began with Doechii. One thing that I realized this year is that as a creative, I look up to people, right? I see people and I feel aligned with who they are, but I also get carried away with the masses. And let me explain that. Tabitha Brown, Toby Nigwe, Doechii, who else? Tyler the Creator, Ava DuVernay, Issa Rae, Quinta Brunson, Rainn Wilson. Those are just a couple of names, you feel me? And I get lost in the masses where I begin to think that there's some ethereal creature, that what they've done is beautiful and immaculate, and I'm just here standing from the sidelines and be like, wow, I'm in awe, not realizing that we are all one and the same. And as a creative, I feel like it's my responsibility to be honest, like, Toby Nigwe, for example. I discovered who Toby Nigwe was in 2018, which is before quarantine, which is before the majority of people knew who he was. Before Beyonce, surely enough, you feel me? I knew Toby before Beyonce did. Okay, let me just put that on the record, okay? And once he started to grow even more, I stopped listening to his music. And I still was following him, still like supporting, but I wasn't really listening to his music. And what that was depriving me of was experiencing the fullness of what he had to offer in his creativity. Like, I wasn't truthfully consuming what he was putting out there, like the authenticity, the genuineness of his art, because I became one with the masses. I was like, oh, this person is dope. On to the next. You feel me? I don't know, like, how to better articulate it. I was like, yo, I love Doechii, but I don't listen to her music enough. You feel me? And it's like, here are the people who inspire me, but I'm not letting myself fully understand their creative process and let it contribute to my creative process. I think it's important for me to do so as an artist, as someone who is creative, to let the people who inspire me truthfully. And the reason, and the way this idea came about was like, B. Simone was talking about how she went to Toby Nigwe's concert and how she felt like the spirit was truthfully really moving in that space. And I was like, I want to feel what it feels like to feel spirit in someone's art. But I can't feel spirit in someone's art if I'm not even willing to go there with the artist. You feel me? If I'm not really ready to go there. Go into the root, go into the foundation of what they built that art upon. You feel me? Because everything that my art comes from or stems from is an extension of who I am and what I believe. And what I believe is beautiful, child. I've spent 22, almost 23 years being intentional with what I consume and what I read and who I interact with and just understanding how spirit is working in my life, to the point where I know that what I create will also be beautiful, just like how I'm beautiful. But until someone is ready to go there with me, understand these concepts and this foundation of my being, how could they truly understand the art? As beautiful as it is, as cinematic as it will be, it's like, but are you going there with me? So for me, it's like, okay, I have to, these artists that, like, instead of consuming mass media and just be like, oh, just scrolling on TikTok and just loving all the artists on TikTok. Like, some people are very talented, yes, but also it's like, I'm not only here for the talent, I'm not only here for the skill, I'm here for you. Who are you? And people like Toby Nigwe, people like Doechii, people like Tabitha Brown, who have this core. And it's ironic because I have a fondness for these people, and they all have an alignment with the things that I believe, just trusting in spirit, trusting in God, trusting in our creativeness to bring about some change into the world. These are who they are. That's their being, that's their essence, before they were really good at their craft. So this is going to be a moment for me to continue to just dive deeper into these artists and this YouTube channel. I think the YouTube video I'm about to post, I've been working on it, was talking about, like, I don't know where this channel is going to go, but just know, child, this is going to be just me. It's going to be me. Just be me all the time. And me might be I can't wait to share these new creative projects that I'm working on. Can't wait to share this new journey of going to film school. If y'all don't know, I'm going to SCAD, which is Savannah College of Art and Design. I'm super excited. Can't wait to continue to document and share my experience. All I've been fucking through. You feel me? But I just had to make this video, and it's gonna go up right now.